Hi, I'm Joe Furness with Audiology Academy, and today we're interviewing Joe Gellatly with Medcurity, and we are going to just ask him a couple of quick questions so everyone get to know him a little bit better. Joe, how you doing today?
Joe, I'm doing great. It's good to see both of you. Thanks.
It's the weirdest thing to hear two Joes say, "Hey, Joe, Joe." Right? But it's a great name, was what I tell everybody. Uh, so tell us a little about yourself, and also a little about Medcurity.
Yeah, well, first off, excellent job pronouncing the last name. And as you said, Joe Gellatly. I've worked in healthcare and health IT for many years. So, not being a care provider, I try to work in ways that support care providers and make their life a little easier. Currently, I am the co-founder and CEO of Medcurity. We are focused on privacy and security requirements, helping clinics and hospitals address those requirements. We're based over in Spokane, Washington, and been around a couple years, and built it just a great team. And we get to do some surprisingly fun work around HIPAA.
Can HIPAA be fun? I guess you're finding out.
We're making it. Yes, right.
That's great and much needed. I think that in private practice, in particular, is one step that is missed pretty often. Would you say the same?
Yes, absolutely. It's not. There's just not a prescriptive, very clear. This is you're supposed to do X, Y, Z. It's these somewhat. It's tough requirements, but there's not a lot of specificity to give us guidance. So we end up having to try to translate them. And everybody who has to worry about this wears 12 or 15 other hats, so they don't get to make it a full-time, study, go deep, and learn everything about it. So it can be really intimidating, and it can cause anxiety for sure.
So you've created a course, correct, on Audiology Academy to try to fill that gap. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, we have. Yeah, so it's exciting. So we have two parts of this. We have both the employee training and we have manager training. And so the employee training checks a box to start with. We are, as a covered entity in healthcare, meaning you provide care services, you do need to provide ongoing and usually annual training for your employees to remind them these are your responsibilities in this role, in this environment. You need to protect patient information, and here's what it means. And we ran into not a lot of great options around that. Maybe some YouTube videos people are trying to find, but nobody was super comfortable with that. So the opportunity to partner with you and have this course out there was a great option for us because it puts something out there that people can feel comfortable with without being a high price point, but where they can meet the requirement and actually provide some value to the employees so they understand both wanting to do the job right and what happens if you do go look at your neighbor's chart, if you do get a little lax in what your requirements are. So we want to be fair to the employees and keep that in front of them on a regular basis. And that's what the employee portion of this does. The manager portion is back to what we were just talking about. While it can be confusing and cause a lot of anxiety, there are some pretty straightforward steps that you can start with to be working toward compliance. And in the extreme case of an audit, to show that you were at least working on this, right? That you had the intent and you were making a reasonable effort. And so what we did with the manager training course is to highlight those areas and to hopefully give a roadmap for those people in leadership accountable to HIPAA.
Yeah, it sounded like you kind of answered our next question is what are you hoping is the takeaway for this course for the end users? But so what is your hope that practices do with this information or with these courses?
Well, we want to bring some clarity to the requirements. I think that is important both for the employees and for the managers. If you wanted to go read the rule, it's a couple thousand pages. And both on the security side, you have a tremendous amount of documentation on the privacy side. And that's not what we want anybody to do, right? So we want to extrapolate out what they really need to think about day in and day out and on an annual basis, and just provide some really practical steps and some clarity to the process. So that's what we're hoping that people get out of this course.
And I, as a business owner, appreciate that. I want the practical steps. Just tell me what to do, give me the tool to do it. And I'm glad to have your course on our site, Audiology Academy.
Yeah, and me on the IT side of things and supporting businesses like you did or you do, it's nice when for them to have this information because I don't have it to give it to them, and I would be the source or the person that they would originally come to, and I'll be like, I don't know, did you take Medcurity's course?
That'll be the answer.
that will be the answer for sure. All right. So we like to see if we can get to know you a little better. So do you have anything exciting coming up, or do you have anybody that you think is your favorite person that you want to let everybody know about?
I feel like that's a leading question, Joe.
It was the leading question. I'm glad we talked about it prior to. It's not a real big surprise.
No, I'm super excited. We've got my 20th wedding anniversary with my wife Bonnie coming up, and so yeah. When you ask, thank you. When you ask my favorite person, absolutely, I got lucky there, and so very excited. We've got a little close, kind of local trip planned down in Oregon, but absolutely blessed there. So excited to celebrate that in a couple weeks.
Oh, that is exciting.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's nice being able to work with and be appreciative to those that support you in your daily lives and business. And glad we have that. Great
to shout out to your wife.
Yes, obviously.
Always a good thing.
Smart.
Thanks for the opportunity.
My wife is awesome. It's great.
All right. Well, thanks for your time today. We appreciate you spending some time with us and letting us know more about Medcurity. And we hope that our fellow private practice audiologists and hearing instrument specialists find you, Medcurity, on audiologyacademy.com.
Yep.
Thanks for the opportunity to work with you guys. Have a great day.
Awesome.